Alright, so you would like to use the judge in Valorant. Now, if you have not paid attention to Reddit or other YouTube videos, ran into it in comp games, if you are not aware, the judge is pretty powerful in Valorant. Now, if you want to become a judge main, step 1, you must have 0 self-respect. That one's pretty easy. Number 2, play Jett. Jett is the best agent to judge with because she has the ability to updraft, which the judge has really good mid-air accuracy. She has the ability to dash towards people or dash away, dash towards people for easy judge kills, and dash away from people to get out of long sight lines that you cannot use the judge for. And 3, she has her smokes to, again, get rid of those long-range gunfights and get herself out of shitty long-range situations that a judge Jett does not want to be in. So, if you're going to use the judge, number 1, it takes little to no skill. And number 2, you just have to pay attention to where you are playing. Number 1, on defense, it's always going to be easier than on offense because you're the one holding the angles, you're the one holding the sights. You get to choose what angles you hold. It can be used on offense, but it's a little harder because you have to be taking those engagements, and as long as you're playing a semi-competent team, they're just going to choose longer ranged angles to hold you from. If you're going against oppers, 9 times out of 10, they're just going to sit far back and completely annihilate you. Now, in this game, I got away with closing those gaps multiple times using my smokes, my updrafts, and my dashes, which you will see throughout this gameplay. And so using the judge, number 1, you want to be aiming for chest and head. You don't necessarily, I mean, you have a giant circle on your screen when you're using the judge. You don't necessarily have to aim for the head itself. The head does the most damage, but you want the maximum amount of pellets to hit them. So I usually try to aim for the upper chest head area. A couple of those pellets will hit the head, and then you'll have quite a few hit the body. Leg shots don't do a whole lot of damage, so you want to stay away from aiming low on your target. You want to hold tight angles. Personally, I think that split is the best map to use the judge, especially on defense, because between A heaven, B heaven, and rope room, you have a lot of really, really tight angles that you can hold and quite literally just sit in a corner and wait for somebody to show up. There are multiple times through this gameplay that you're going to watch where the box on the left side of mid, where Sage usually walls, I will just sit there behind the box where the wall is, wait for them to destroy the wall, wait for them to walk in. Even if they know that I'm going to be there, they still have to pre-fire and hope that they kill me. Obviously, you can use utility to get people out of corners, but you know, if they've already wasted their utility or the wrong agent is there to have that utility, they're pretty fucked. And then on top of that, smokes are your best friend. You see multiple times here, they're trying to push B main, and they know that they need to cover that long-ranged angle from heaven. So they'll either wall it or smoke it. Anytime that they smoke it, that's an easy kill for me, because I can just stand right next to the smoke, wait for somebody to walk through, and pop them in the head. And if they wall it, I believe they walled it one time in this game, once or twice. And all I had to do was just updraft over the wall, and there you go, there's another easy kill. The nice thing about using the judge, like I said, is it has really good accuracy while mid-air. So you can updraft above people and get some pretty easy kills, especially because when you're updrafting above somebody, your pellets are naturally going towards their head, so it's already doing extra damage. I'm not sure the exact damage profile. All you have to do is scroll over the judge to see it. I don't have it up right now, but usually it'll take like really up close, within like 5 meters, it'll just be a one shot, as long as you're hitting chest and head. A little bit farther, 2-shot, and occasionally a 3-shot. But it's rare that it takes me more than 3 shots to kill somebody. And it does still do quite a bit of damage. So if you don't get the kill, you're still doing a solid, 70, 80, even, 120 damage. So you're getting them really lit. And the Judge is a really cheap weapon. You can pretty much buy the Judge every single round, even if you're losing your rounds. All you need is Judge, full armor, and abilities. Between the $1,500 Judge, full armor, that's $2,500 right there, and then a couple of abilities add up to $500-600. You really only need 3,000 a round. So as long as you're getting a kill or two a round, which will give you 200, I believe, 200 creds per round, per kill. You'll pretty much be able to get a Judge every single round. What I like to do is if I win the round, I will quickly pick up like a Vandal, Phantom, Op off somebody's body, something that's more expensive than the Vandal, then just drop that off spawn to one of my teammates and either buy myself another Judge or, since I dropped them the weapon, request a Judge from them. And you can have a pretty good eco the entire game, which is extremely overpowered. There should not be a gun that is this good in the game that takes this low amount of skill to be so powerful. Like, it's so cheap. It really doesn't take much skill to use, especially if you're Jett or I think Raze would be a decent agent to play the Judge as well. Maybe Omen, but that's debatable. I mean, Jett is the best. I could see Raze being used because of her blast packs. She can close that distance well, really well. I don't know. Jett is the agent to use the Judge if you are going to decide to use the Judge. And just know that, fair warning, if you are going to be using the Judge, you will piss off the other team, and they will come to despise you throughout the game. Sometimes, if I know that I'm going to be using the Judge, which usually I will only use it if I'm playing Jett on split. If I'm Jett on split, I might as well just go use the Judge because it will annihilate a team. I think this was a 30-kill game. We ended up drawing, which was kind of sad. We should have won this game. There were a couple of rounds that we fucked up, and to be completely honest, I'm sure we might have been able to win it if I was actually using a Phantom or something like that. But it is fun to just run around with the Judge and annoy the hell out of the other team. I don't use it very often, like I said, but when I do, I enjoy it quite a bit. But yeah, do know that you will piss off the other team. They will come to despise you, and in certain scenarios, the other team will decide to bring out Judges of their own, which is not that big of a deal when you are on defense. However, when you are on offense, if they start bringing out Judges on defense, then it can become a bit of an issue if they realize just how good the Judge is. Dealing with multiple people using Judges in mid can be extremely difficult. You need to know how to counter it, which is extremely simple. Just don't push those tight angles, and if you are going to have somebody like a Sova, shock dart, common corners that they might be in, blast packs, mollies, anything like that, raise nades, and just get them out of those corners. Flashes don't work very well against a Judge because if you're in those tight corners anyways, those tight engagements, even if they're flashed, all they have to do is spam the Judge and they will get the kill anyways. So really the best way is to keep your distance. Let's say that you know that somebody's playing rope room with a Judge every round. My suggestion is just don't push Judge. Don't push the Judge. Don't push rope room. Push B main, push A main. Take other angles. Another really small thing about the Judge is it is insane at destroying sage walls. 4 shots from the Judge will destroy a sage wall, which is kind of insane. So you can take down a sage wall with relative ease in about 2 seconds using the Judge. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you learned something about the Judge, and y'all take it easy.